I find that funny because that's like what I'm getting beat up about the most is like, you're beating little kids and little girls. And I'm just like, I didn't intend to do that. Like, this was the first competition that I've been to that I actually wanted to win. It makes me really happy to see that there's kids that young that are in competitions and they're shredding and even placing in the high ranks. So that's like incredible. To me, that's not any reason to like not win a competition or something. Like, I'm not gonna go there and be like, oh, I'll go easy on them because they're kids. The skill level's, again, really determined by your determination, your tenacity to just like put yourself on top and through these obstacles. It has nothing to do with your age.
Do you think that you have a physical advantage?
Okay, I don't think so. Mostly because I mean, I don't really understand what that means besides like someone that's stronger, you know, like you would assume that a big man is stronger than a big woman. So, but me, I'm like, look at me, I'm not like buff or anything, you know, I don't work out really, I just skateboard. I don't think skateboarding has anything to do with physicality, especially when we look at like kids these days, literally kids.
There are some people who think that sports should be divided into 3 categories: biological men, biological women, and everybody else. What do you think of that?
And there you have it, folks. You just saw a partial video that I'm going to do a reaction to, but it's a 29-year-old guy, a 29-year-old biological man who's giving an interview to the Daily Mail. And basically, he's a transgender skateboarder. As you can see here by this title of this article, he beat a 13-year-old. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk, we're going to do a reaction to the video. We're going to share with you some information from the article. But before we do that, just want to welcome all of you here to the Dr. Nasser Sheikh Show, your daily appointment with your doctor of the democracy, your MD of the Republic. I'm Dr. Nasser. And if you're first time here, folks, we certainly hope you go ahead and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when we put out other content. And so you know what? What I want to do right now is let's get right into our story today, where I'm going to give you my analysis, my diagnosis, my prognosis of what's going on here, all right? So as you can see here, this happened, you know, early in the summer. Here's what happened, folks. So this is Ricci Tres. Ricci Tres. He won $500, 29 years old. Here's who he beat his competition: Shiloh Katori, $250, and Jordan Pascali, $150. So what does this mean, folks? People say, oh, you know, so what? You know, so what if he wins a competition? So what if he enters? Well, look what happened. He just robbed Shiloh of $250. So she should have come in first. She just lost $250 because this douchebag, okay, won the competition. Jordan, she lost $100, so she would have come in second, got $250, and guess what? The girl who should have come in, who came in fourth, would have come in third. She lost $150. That's what the problem is, folks. Not only is it just unfair competition, the money, the notoriety, all that, it's all being lost. Take a look here. This was from the Border Open at New York City. And it says here, Ricci Tres, who goes by the name Ricci and Tres. This guy served in the Navy, for crying out loud, folks. He's the father of 3 children. He was the oldest contestant, beating a 13-year-old. He's got a global ranking of 133. I'm sorry, Katori has a global ranking of 133. The 13-year-old, he's 838. And a man, 838th in the world, beat a 13-year-old girl, 133rd. All right? I mean, this is just unbelievable. Now, this guy tried to enter the Women's Street USA Skateboarding National Championships in 2021, but he was rejected. Guess why? Because his testosterone levels were too high. The USA Skateboarding reported that before being disqualified from the championships, he qualified first and he opened qualifiers and he would have moved on to the quarterfinals. But the guy said, you know, Tres, he said he want to increase his estrogen levels or lower testosterone any further in order to qualify for the Olympics. Why not? Why not, Tres? I thought, you're a man. Step up to the plate. Oh, I forgot. You think you're a woman now. He cited health risks that come with his medical interventions, strokes, heart attacks, and blood clots. Ooh, I can't do anything like that. It might be unhealthy for me. I thought all the doctors and everybody out there saying that gender reassignment surgery, puberty blockers, estrogen replacement, testosterone depletion, all these estrogen enhancement, I thought they're all perfectly safe. But this MD doctor here, I'm just saying that facetiously now, because Trey Ricci is no MD, he's no healthcare professional, but he thinks that medical interventions have health risks associated with them. He goes on to say, lowering testosterone levels to Olympic standards would compromise my health very much. And also saying surgery would be necessary. He goes, I don't see how that's possible. I don't see how that's possible. You're asking human beings to, you're asking them to mutilate themselves, and then you're asking a professional athlete to compromise their health by trying to reach this unobtainable low level of testosterone. He says he's not an activist. Liar. But you'd like to see the Olympics reconsider their hormone standards for competitors. Well, folks, I think that's enough about this nauseating article about, Tres Ricci. What we're going to do is go to the cut. I'm going to give you my reaction as to how when this guy is talking. And basically, you've got to see the amount of BS that's coming out of this guy's mouth. So let's go that cut in just right now.
I find that funny because that's what I'm getting beat up about the most is you're beating little kids and little girls, and I'm just I didn't intend to do that. This was the first competition that I've been to.
So you're beating up little girls. That's what they're saying is I'm beating up little girls. I didn't intend to do that. You know what? Of course, you're crushing them, folks. You're crushing them, Ricky. You're crushing them. Not only are you beating them, you're beating them to a pulp, okay? You're taking money out of you're taking their winnings from them. This is unbelievable, but this is how delusional this, and I really think this guy, I don't think he's delusional, well, a little delusional, but he knows what he's doing, folks. He knows what he's doing. This is easy money for him. It's the wokeness that's around there. It's in New York City. He knows no one's going to stop him right now. The Olympics may do so, but you know what, in the meantime, he can have a lot of fun. He can, get some pocket change. This isn't pocket change, folks. This is some serious kind of money for some people. A 13-year-old getting $500, that's a lot of money. Let's continue with this douche.
That I actually wanted to win. It makes me really happy to see that there's kids that young that are in.
It makes him really, really happy. It's really happy for him to see these young kids coming and competing in these competitions. It's really happy. It makes him feel so good inside when he sees these kids. Then he goes in there and he just crushes them and takes their money.
Competitions, and they're shredding and even placing in the high ranks. So that's incredible.
They're placing in the high ranks. Who cares? You go in there and you basically knock them off of their high ranks. You knock them off the pedestal. You take a place away from a deserving woman, a deserving girl, and that's okay and perfectly fine with you. You don't see anything wrong with that. Absolutely not.
Incredible. To me, that's not any reason to not win a competition or something. I'm not going to go there and be oh, I'll go easy on them because they're kids. The skill levels, again, really
I'm not going to go into a competition as a 29-year-old male who served in the, the Navy before. I'm not going to go in there and say I'm not going to crush these just because they're kids. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to win no matter what I have to do. If I've got to crush them, I'll crush them.
Determined by your determination, your tenacity to just put yourself on top and through these obstacles.
Yeah, it's just determination. It's just tenacity. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with skill level. It has nothing to do with physicality. It has nothing to do with increased bone density, increased lung capacity, increased, muscular capacity. It has nothing to do with that at all. It has nothing to do with higher levels of testosterone. Nothing at all to do with that. Nothing to do with the fact that I'm 29, that that Ricky is 29 years old, competing against girls that are, that could be his daughters, literally. This is, You know, but that's his thinking, folks. Just tenacity, and that's in determination, hard work. That's all that matters. That's the equalizer here, regardless of what gender you are, whether you're a male or a female.
Has nothing to do with your age.
Do you think that you have a physical advantage?
Okay.
Now, stop. They asked him a question. Do you think you have a physical advantage? He knows the answer to that question is 100%, 1,000% yes. But now he's thinking in his mind, how can he come up with an answer that's going to sort of allow him to continue on with what he's doing, try it to make sense to the general public that's out there without letting on the fact that he knows that the answer to this question is 100%, 1,000%, 1,000,000% yes. He definitely has an advantage. He's trying to think of some type of a lie that he can put forward, a spin that's going to basically allow him to continue or let the public know, hey, no big deal.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Mostly because I mean, I don't really understand what that means besides like someone that's stronger.
Stop.
You know, like you
Doesn't understand what it means, folks. He just doesn't really understand what it means.
would assume that a big man is stronger than a big woman. So,
You know, like a big man, you would assume that a big man would be stronger than a big woman. Look at the hair part. He's got the hair part down. I will say, if you take a look at this video, the guy does know how to put on a set of nails, all right? The guy does know how to put on a set of nails, okay? And the other thing is he's lying through his lipstick, folks. This guy is lying through his lipstick. What a scumbag, douchebag. What a loser.
but me, I'm like, look at me. I'm not like buff or anything, you know? I don't work out really. I just skateboard. I don't think skateboarding has anything to do with physicality, especially.
No, skateboarding has nothing to do with physicality. There's no jumping involved. There's no athleticism involved. It's just, you know, you put your 2 feet on a piece of wood, put some wheels underneath it, and anybody can do it. Anybody, you know, it's just, there's no physicality involved at all. No athleticism, nothing at all, nothing.
Especially when we look at like kids these days, literally kids.
There are some people who think that sports should be divided into 3 categories: biological men, biological women, and everybody else. What do you think of that?
I don't think that's the right answer. That's pretty much like as far as that goes. Like, because there's so many suggestions, and it kind of goes in hand with all the feedback that I'm receiving from people. Like, a lot of it is negative and a lot of it is positive. Some of it is kind of just neutral, giving recommendations, and I love that, honestly. Like, I think it's all necessary, you know, like people need to get angry, people need to be happy, and then people need to be in the middle, and then everyone comes together, and hopefully we come up with something.
Oh, stop. So, yeah, you know what? I think it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal that you got the angry people over on this side, right? Over here. Then you got the happy people, they're over on this side over here. Then you got the people in the middle, they're right here. And we need to just have a kumbaya moment. That's right. Everybody just come together, all for one for all. Doesn't matter. It's okay if men compete with girls in girls' sports. No problem. Let's all just have a kumbaya moment and let's all come together.
But as far as like segregating everything like that, I just personally, I don't think that's the right way, only because, I mean, I don't know if any of my reasoning is valid, but I feel like
your
that
reasoning's
would
not
be
valid.
Like calling us different, like a different human race or some kind of like different type of human when we're not. We're
a different type of human. We're like a different race. I mean, transgender men. We're just transgender women. We're just like a different type of Homo sapien. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I have no idea.
really all the same in some way. Like, we all have so many things in common, although we look at each other and we know that we're all very different. So I just don't think that's the right one. Although I heard a really good one. You want to hear it? Okay, so this I'm not saying this is the right one either.
He's got the
It's
mannerisms
like the closest
down,
thing
boy.
to what
He's got
I've
the
found
he's got the
to like
female mannerisms down to
some
a
sense of
T.
equality, like something that's like weight orientated, like something based off of like body mass and weight, or we could even do like
So we don't want to segregate according to gender. We don't want to segregate according to a penis and a vagina. We don't want to segregate according to breasts and non-breasts. We don't want to, segregate because of male and female, man or woman, girl or boy. We don't want to segregate that way. But let's segregate all the other ways. Let's do it on body mass index. Let's do it on weight. Let's do it on height. Let's do it on, experience level. Let's do it on everything else except the thing that we really need to concentrate on, the differences, which is the difference between a man and a woman. Everything else but that.
I mean, I don't want to say it this way, but because it's just so difficult when we're trying to create like some kind of like a controlled group of some sort, because there has to be some sense of like putting people in a box. If you're a man, you're a man, you compete there. If you're a woman, you're a woman, you compete there.
Stop.
And then it's like
That's the normal thing there, Ricci Tres. If you're a man, you're a man, and you compete with men. If you're a woman, you're a woman, you compete with women. That's what normal thinking people do, right? Except for people like you and the LGBTQIA MOUSE delusional movement, except for those people.
at this point, it's like, well, she says she's a woman, but we don't believe her or something, and like, let's test her.
That's right. Stop. We don't believe you. We don't believe you at all. Feelings don't matter, okay? Feelings don't mean a damn thing.
So I took all these, random tests, the testosterone test, the estrogen test, and like had to, I don't know if I probably got prodded like by a needle to get some samples to get that out. So it was like a little intrusive, So
A little intrusive.
Trying to create a category would have to we would have to realize that there is going to have to be some sort of line crossed as far as like the judgment that you're going to receive, like you're being judged whether you're going to fit in that category or not. But maybe like something based on the weight index, or maybe like experience, like how long have you been skateboarding? Because that's really what counts.
So you don't believe transgender women or men pose any form of threat to sports?
No, not at all. A threat? I mean, we're only beginning
We're peace-loving.
to see this now.
We're all about
so
peace
at this
and
point, it's like, it's beautiful. It's part of the human experience. We're all fortunate enough to go through this together. We should kind of just experience it and continue considering all of our feelings and thoughts about it until we can do something.
Stop. Again, there it is, folks. It's all about feelings, not about facts, not about biology, not about science. It's all about a person's individual feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Tell me all about your feelings. That's all what it's about, folks. Feelings.
Something that we're all happy with. It doesn't have to be threatening. It could just be fun, exciting, like being lost in a big city.
Just fun, being lost in a big city. That's what he's comparing this to. Men competing with women. It's like being lost and having fun in a big city. I mean, these guys come up with the absolute stupidest, moronic, imbecilic statements. These guys, it just, there's a word to describe it. It's called being retarded. Plain and simple.
Thomas, she is a transgender woman, and she has received lots of criticism from people who believe that she does have a physical advantage because of her background as a biological male. Do you see skateboarding as slightly different to other more athletic sports?
Well, I mean, I can't really speak for her and like what she's going through, but I would say so.
Stop. Why can't you speak to what she's going through? You've already put yourself in a woman's body. You're a biological male. You put yourself into a female body. That's what you say you are right now. You're female, so you basically think that you have a female body. So why can't you put yourself into Leah Thomas's body? Why can't you put yourself into Leah Thomas's frame of mind? You're already, basically gender appropriating. Why don't we just go ahead and say that now you can body appropriate somebody else's body, somebody else's brain, and think like them and give us an answer? You know you can do it, but you don't want to do it.
Kind of, because you have like an external source. Your sport isn't just solely based on your body, as like, I don't know, sprinting or something would be. It's kind of like let's say like a race car driver. Like it doesn't really matter what you look like or who, whatever. Like you can drive a car better than I do, regardless of our physique and such.
Like
so that's kind of where I would pin skateboarding.
That's what does it matter, gender, playing checkers?
It's that, yeah. I'll keep competing because there are opportunities that are like almost like an instant growth. It's like picking up a little star or something.
Stop. That's enough, folks. That's all I can take. This goes on for another couple of minutes. He goes droning on and on and on and on. But it just wanted to share this video with you to show you that this is what's happening out there. Slowly and slowly we get a couple of wins, but then there's, again, like you said, there are these pageants, there are these competitions, there are these, high school and college, sports administrators in college and university that I think they're just being, they're just afraid of going up against, the avalanche of criticism that they're going to receive if they decide to do the right thing. And they just go ahead rather and bow down to the wokeness gods and rather take the heat from the normal people, from us normal people, because they know that after a while it's going to go away, but they're not going to lose that much money until we can come up with a way of hurting them at the pocketbook the same way that the advertisers and these woke companies do by threatening to pull out from advertising or sponsorship for these competitions. Until we as conservatives learn to do something like that to galvanize our side to battle against this, these guys are going to continue to win. Anyways, folks, just wanted to say thanks for watching the video here. We certainly hope you subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell to get other video content that we have put out there. And we thank you for staying with us here, and check out our other videos that we have on the midterms and the other things going on. And I'll basically say that, you've been watching the Dr. Nasser Sheikh Show. I'm your doctor, the doctor of the democracy, MD of the Republic. I'm Dr. Nasser, and I'll leave you with my final thought, and that's when you're right, and when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again soon, folks. Take care and stay safe.